is Sarah Journey, your senior sales director, or your sales director, but senior sales director Sarah Journey from McKinney, Texas, and I'm so excited! Well, it is 8:30 right now, but we'll give everybody a couple minutes to get on. Um, Go ahead and once you are on, shoot me a text, okay? I can't see anybody. Everybody can see and hear me, but I can't see anybody. So shoot me a text and tell me that you're here. Got my phone right here, ready for it to buzz and ring and have some fun time. But go ahead and shoot me a text when you're on, and we'll get started here in a couple of minutes. So again, this is Sarah Journey. If you're just now logging in or tuning in or I don't know what's it called, getting in. Let me know by shooting me a text, and we'll get started in about let's say 2 minutes. So at 8:32, we will start the show. So in the meantime, check this out. Oh, yay! We've got Jessica's on. Woohoo! Hi, Jessica. It's Shannon. Yay! My phone's starting to blow up. Let me take the ringers off and the buzzers off because this is going to distract me otherwise. But keep texting me. I want to know that you're here. I just can't hear the buzz. So let's see. We'll give people another almost a minute. But for those of you who have never seen me do a webinar, this is really fun. We take things very, very seriously. And we like to keep it professional. Yeah, no, we don't. That was a lie. Check this out. Have y'all ever messed with these things? Look, look, look. I can be wearing a tiara the whole time because I can. Let's see what else. What else do they do? Or I can be really, really smart with glasses on. Or let's see. I can even be really silly and wear a mustache. Hi. Y'all are probably thinking, what the heck is wrong with this woman? And why is she my director? But all I'm thinking in my head is, I don't know if y'all can hear that, but it was clapping sounds here. I should probably put it louder so you can hear it. And then when I tell a funny joke, since I can't hear y'all laughing, I can just play. Whoa, that was really loud. Sorry if that blew up your computer. Okay, let's see. One more funny thing, and then we'll get started. Check this out. Y'all, if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram or anything like that, you know I have the cutest dog on the planet. So, how fun is this? I look like Bruce. And it really does look like Bruce with the brown floppy ears and the white tip nose. I love it. Okay. I promise I'm done. Or maybe I'm not. I don't know. We'll see. But it is 8:33, so we're going to go ahead and get started. And if you're just now joining us, again, my name is Sarah Journey. I'm your Mary Kay Sales Director, and I'm so excited to be starting this 2000 and Sweet 16 kickoff 13 weeks of training. And for those of you that have been with me since last January, you know we did this, and it's got a few tweaks. And I fine-tuned it a lot more because, with time, being a director or in any position you are in life, you get some wisdom and you kind of figure out what works and what doesn't work. And so with this way, I found a lot more things that work in a lot more different ways. So I am so excited, and I just want to thank you first off for entrusting yourself in my unit and being willing and open to watch this training and just coming along the ride with me on my joyful journey to Mary Kay success. So thank you so much for being on tonight. I guarantee that you will learn something or at least smile or laugh or whatever have you. I want to be done in about 30 minutes. I know your evenings are precious time, but we will have some training and some really practical ways of how to track this next year and some really fun ideas. So, are you ready? Yay! Okay, so week number 1. This is week 1 of 13 weeks. And I know 13 sounds long, but I promise you, they are going to fly. So we should be done by the end of March, just based on, if we do this every week, we'll be done by the end of March. Now, granted, I am 36 weeks pregnant. You can't see my butt, but it's down here. He's giant. And if I cringe or something kind of halfway through this, it's because he's moving and he's gotten big, y'all. And I just finished dinner, so he's like, all right, we got all this energy. Let's move, Mom. And here I am sitting in a chair. So I promise you, I'm not having issues. It's just him punching me or kicking me, which is totally fine because that means he's healthy and excited. Yay! But once he comes, I will let y'all know, if there's any adjustment to the schedule. If everything goes great, he'll come on a Tuesday, and then we won't miss Monday. And by the next Monday, I should be able to be sitting in the chair again, because, at home, and be teaching y'all and training y'all. But don't worry about it. I'll give you plenty of heads up. Well, as much heads up as I can, and keep y'all in the loop. So, y'all ready? Week 1. Week 1 of our 13 weeks of training. And all the stuff that I'm going to go over today should be in your email, in your weekly newsletter. You guys get a weekly newsletter every Monday. If you aren't aware of this, please let me know now, not in 5 weeks. Let me know now so that we can have you on that list and up to up to speed? Yeah, that's the word. Up to speed with what's going on. So in your email, you should have gotten an outline of the 13 weeks that we're going over. So here's mine. I've got it in the sheet protector just because it won't get dirty that way. But this is our 13 weeks of learning, growing, and achieving. So you can, know what to expect coming up in the next few weeks. You feel free to use this as a tool. Really just, okay, in 3 weeks, she's going to talk about coaching and hostess packets. I've never even heard of that. Maybe I should look into it a little bit more. Or, you know what, I've been struggling with whatever packet I'm using. Let me, list out some questions for her so that I can address them in our weekly webinar. Okay, so that's just for your own use. So you'll see there at the top, number 1, this week is number 1, and it's all about goal setting. Okay, and there's a few things that we really need to know about goal setting. With the New Year's just rolling in, everyone's talking about New Year's resolutions, right? Well, New Year's resolutions really don't stick unless you're my mom. And she's done this for a few years, and I commend her for doing this. And if you don't know my mom, her name's Dorina. She's one of our offspring sales directors. She's done a whole year one time. Her resolution was no dessert. Actually, I think she's done it a few times. But I've never known anyone to actually follow through an entire year of their resolution, because resolutions are just kind of thrown into the air. No one really thinks about, the specific steps of them. No one really gears up for success. So I don't like resolutions. I like goals, because goals have purpose. And I got this little thing from, it was actually National Sales Director Cindy Gress. I don't know if you know her or not, but she's pretty much fantastic. And she posted this on her Facebook a few days ago about goals. And in order to set and achieve goals, you have to be smart. Okay, so SMART. S-M-A-R-T. S stands for specific. M stands for measurable. A stands for achievable. R, realistic. And T, time-based. Okay, so I'll go over each one individually. Specific, you need to have a specific goal. It's great if you tell yourself, I want to sell a lot this year. Okay, well, what does a lot mean? Do I want to sell 1,000 a month, 1,000 a week, 1,000 over the quarter? What do I want to do? It really needs to be specific so that we can be able to track it. Which takes me down to measurable. The tracking and measurable, it's kind of the same thing. So S for specific, M for measurable. You need to have a way to measure what's going on. If you don't have that specific goal and you just feel like you're selling a lot, but then don't really see a profit, then you'll feel discouraged in your business. And it's like, what's going on? Why is this happening? So you want to make sure that it is measurable. And in Mary Kay, we have lots of ways to help you measure in terms of tracking and things like that. So when you're setting your goals for this year, and I'll have another fun little activity we'll do for really setting some concrete goals. When you do figure out your goal, I do want to know it, and I do want to know, how are you measuring it? How can we keep you accountable to it? The next letter A is achievable. Okay, so I don't want you coming in, making a goal, saying, I want to be the queen of sales this year and sell $100,000 worth of retail in my first year. I'm not saying that is not doable, because whatever you set your mind to, I am totally behind you and can't wait to see you do it and support you through it in concrete ways. Not just saying, "Atta girl, go do it." I really want to help you and make it happen. But think about your time. Achievable. Can I do this? Am I wanting to do this, but I'm only devoting 5 hours a week to my business? Odds are it's not going to happen. You can set your goal a little lower. You don't have to be the queen if you've only got 5 hours a week to devote to your business. It just kind of doesn't happen that way. Let's be realistic, which takes us to R for realistic. Kind of the same thing, but it really helps you gauge, what can I do versus what do I want to do? And when you're realistic with yourself, and I'll help you with your goals, I promise. I've been doing this for 4.5 years now, and I've had my mentors help me with goals and set them and track them and make sure that they are smart and keep me accountable to them. So I will help you to where you're not lowballing yourself, because sometimes that's another thing that we women tend to do. We over criticize ourselves, and we kind of think that, well, I have 400 other things to do today. Well, Mary Kay's just not going to happen because I'm being realistic. Well, that's not the kind of realistic I'm talking about. I'm talking about realistic of, what do you want? What dreams do you want? And how are we going to map this out? And that's kind of how the A and the R, the achievable and realistic, come together. Does that make sense? Okay, and then the last one, T, is time-based. That's where resolutions go haywire, right? Because a resolution is for the whole year. Well, it's very hard to think that we're in January and try to focus on what's going to happen in December, right? So there's really no sense of time. I mean, yeah, it's a year, 12 months, 365 days, but it's very far out there. We don't think that far ahead, right? I mean, the furthest ahead you think is when you're, maybe trying to have a baby and it's coming in 9 months. It's like, okay, we can kind of schedule some things. But for the most part, people don't really schedule what they're going to be doing day to day based on a resolution, because there's no time-based limit. So a goal has a time-based limit. That could be specific goals in the next 6 months, narrowed down to the next quarter, narrowed down to the next month, narrowed down to the next 4 weeks, split into 7 days each, and really nitty-gritty down to, what are you going to do every single day to make this goal happen? Okay, so just recap. Goals are SMART. They're specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-based. So you want to put a time cap on this. You want to sell $1,000, you're going to put a time cap on it. Let's say it's a month, okay? And I believe all of y'all can do that, or whatever goal you want to do. But we're just going with 1,000 because it's an even number. So, okay, $1,000 for the month. We're going to narrow that down a little bit more to $500 in the first 2 weeks and $500 in the last 2 weeks, to $250 this week and $250 next week. So it's really narrowed down. And I promise you'll get a lot less stressed out and exasperated and frustrated with what you're doing when you can really see and track that out and have that end cap. Otherwise, you'll just kind of throw, and I've seen women do this, and it's kind of sad because they cut themselves short. by saying, okay, I want to sell $1,000, and I'll have a party this week, and then forget about my Mary Kay for 2 months, and then I'll have a party that third month, and oh well, now I've only sold 500. Well, this isn't working because I set out to sell $1,000, but it's still not happening. Well, there's a few reasons why it's not happening. So when we do set that time, time limit, the time-based goal, um, you will see results a lot quicker. Okay, so that's goals. Check it out. In your email, you should have also gotten a page that says Creating 2016. I hope this isn't reading backwards on y'all's page, but it says Creating 2016. And I just want to read the top of the page. Your new, or I won't make a pledge for you, but for me, my New Year pledge, I'm releasing whatever in the past has caused discouragement and disappointment. I am open to new ideas, activities, and relationships. Each day, I will work with a laser focus on income producing activities. This new year will be filled with optimism, joy, and enthusiasm. This will be my best year ever. I don't know about you, but I'm so excited for this year, just with all that's new happening in our unit and in our family. And I really want to make sure that I don't miss out on different opportunities and different things that are for my business. And all the excitement in life that's going to happen. And the only way I'm going to make sure of that, or even attempt to make sure of that, is by setting out this Creating 2016 flyer. And don't worry, I didn't make this up. This came from National Sales Director Kristen Sharp. And we used this last year, and everyone loved this page. So this is part of your homework for this week, okay? It's just got a few questions on it, and I want you to really answer honestly and answer, from your heart, and really put some thought into it. Don't take 2 seconds and fill this out. This is really kind of like a, your roadmap almost of what you want for the year. Okay, and when you fill this out, I want to see it, screenshot it, and send it to me, because that way I will be able to help you a lot more in that. So you're Creating 2016. Go ahead and print that out tonight if you haven't printed it out, and fill it out, especially once we're done with this call, because you're going to be on fire to just get running with your business. And before we start running, we need a roadmap, right? We need a plan. We need, a game plan, same thing. But it's just so much easier, and we have so much better focus when we do fill things like this out. So please, please, please print this out, the Creating 2016. And it's neat. When I was moving last in October, end of October, I was packing up my office at our apartments and moving to our new house. And I found this. I found what I had written on Creating 2015, and it was just so neat. The year wasn't over just yet, but it was just so neat to see, oh my gosh, look at the things I have accomplished in the last 10 months, because that was October. And there were still a few things to accomplish, and things that are put onto this year that didn't get done last year, but I'm so much closer to them this year. And it's just neat to see that. I don't know if y'all keep prayer journals, but I like to keep prayer journals. I'm not the best at them, but just to see, I wrote this down for whoever or whatever I was praying for, and months or years or even days later, you can look back at it and say, oh, look at that. Look what was answered. So really, really, really important. Do your Creating 2016 worksheet. Okay, awesome. Let me see. I've got a little thing to keep us on track. So goals. The last thing I'll say about goals is come up with a word. Okay, a word to define your year. And if y'all know Callie, our senior director, Callie DeBlander Brigham, last year, her word of the year was holy surprises. Well, she cheated. She had 2 words, but it was holy surprises. And every morning she woke up and she prayed about holy surprises. And we kind of all adopted that word at one point or another in the year, and just thought about, holy surprises. What, Lord, can you surprise me with today? whether it's in my business or, wherever it may be. What kind of holy surprise are you going to give me today, Lord? And it was just so neat to see that play out. And my word for last year was devotion. And, I was really devoted to my business and to my family. And I wanted to make sure that I was intentional with everyone. And not to say that devotion was not a good word, but for this year, a word that's kind of all encompassing for my life, and I want to really focus on, is the word consistency. And here's why. I'm really good at coming up with awesome ideas. I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm just, looking back on things that I've started, things that I've meant to do, lots of things that I do for a good amount of time, and then I drop the ball. And that's my fault. I know it's my fault. Whether that be in booking every day, or sharing every week, or keeping in touch with my consultants, or making sure the refrigerator is stocked, or doing laundry. I mean, this is over everything. I want my word. Did I say it already? I don't know if I said it already, but I want my word to be consistency. Okay, because even though I was devoted to a lot of things last year, this year I want to focus on that consistency, because I saw such huge momentum come from when I was doing things day in and day out that were IPAs, building my business, building my home, building my relationship with my husband, with my family, with my friends. When I had that consistency, things were great. And it forms habits and things like that. So my word is consistency, and I really want to make sure y'all can even hold me accountable to it, and keep me, like, hey, Sarah, you said you were going to send me this, and it's been a week and you haven't sent it. That shouldn't happen. I mean, yes, we all deserve a little bit of grace, but I think I've squeezed out all the grace I can for a while now and blamed things on baby brain. But now I really want to get down to work and be consistent with my business, with my life, with my quiet times, with everything. Okay, so that's my word, consistency. So think of a word that will really hone in on a lot of different areas of your life, and let me know what that word is. Share it with me. I'd love to know what that word is, so that we could, run with it. And if you want to steal my word, totally fine. If you have another one that you want to use, that's great too. Okay, so just a little housekeeping. Rules of my webinar. There really are no rules, but I do, just like I said with consistency, you'll see it on the webinar flyer. When you are consistently watching these webinars and doing the mini homework assignments or suggested homework assignments and activities, you will succeed. You will move forward in your business. But when you don't, nothing's going to happen. And then it's going to, I don't know how to help you if you're not working. So I have put in place, just, those of you that have already shot me a text that you were on this, sweet. I'm going to keep a, little log of that. And for those of you who aren't able to watch live, this is recorded. So if you watch within the next 48 hours and, text me your takeaways and things like that to the questions I have, you'll count. So either you watch it live, which is always a lot more fun, or you watch it within the next 48 hours. So by Wednesday evening, be shooting me a text. And those of you that watch 12 to 13, I mean, watch them all, they're great. But for those of you who watch at least 12 of them, we'll get something pretty amazing from me. I haven't quite decided what it is yet. I've got a few ideas that I'm bouncing around in my head, but all of them are really, really good. So that's the rules. Just show up, send me your feedback, and you will succeed in this, I promise you. Last year, when I did have some girls go through all of the classes, they got pretty far. They got really far in their businesses. So there's that. Now, number 4 thing that I want to talk about is our tracking sheet. Life can get a little bit crazy. And so that first tracking sheet that we talked about is the creating your 2016. That's just mapping out your goals. The next thing is going to be stuff like your sales goals for the month and what your time looks like. And I won't get into a super long, drawn out training on time management because we could talk for 25 hours about time management. But I did want to share with you guys something. Should have taken it out of the clip. I did want to share with you something that I found. I've tracked my sales forever in this business, but I've never quite tracked them like this. So y'all have probably seen something similar somewhere, but this is my goal sheet in sales for the month. And this is from National Sales Director Linda Tupin. And what I love about this is that it maps it all for you. Let's say you need profit for something. And so for this month, I put on here that I want $1,000 in profit from my sales. Okay, so this is strictly from your sales, not your commissions if you have a team. This is from sales. So your goal sheet is going to have what you need and what profit you want. And then it's got a fun little math formula and explanation down here of what you should be selling in order to be making that profit while still covering some business expenses. Okay, and then you write it at the top what you're saving for your goal. And mine are kind of boring right now. It's personal use, so personal use for myself, not in terms of Mary Kay product, but in terms of clothing or nail salon or things like that. Baby stuff, because that's going to get expensive. Tithing to church, and I call them fun bills. I hate paying bills. I don't know about you, but that's the sucky part about being an adult. So when I say fun bills, I say whatever that means. So one bill right off the bat, not really a bill because it's not necessary, but it's a fun one. We pay for Netflix. Woohoo! $8 a month. So I'd rather, I don't know, in my head, just that the psychology of it, of paying for that versus, oh yeah, I paid the water bill. Well, everybody's got a water bill. You have to pay that or you don't shower. So mine is not quite as exciting because it's more concrete as an income for me. But I want you to think of something fun. If it's that bag you've really been wanting, that Kate Spade bag that you're just like, oh, I want this bag. Okay, is it $400? You're saving for a Kate Spade bag for $400. So you're going to need $400 in profit, and you're going to put Kate Spade here in huge letters, and then you're going to paste a picture of the purse right here. This is right here, photo of what your Mary Kay profit is paying for, just to keep it in front of you. So this was also emailed to you. I've already printed out 12 of these. I printed out 12 of these because there's 12 in a month, or 12, oh my gosh, there's 12 years, 12 months in a year, 12 months in a year, and I've already titled them all. They're a journey for January, February, March, April, May, to where I have these ready to go. And what's neat is on the back, it's just a blank sheet, but if you want, you can, count down from your, let's say you want to sell 500 this month. Okay, 500. Today I sold a lip gloss, minus 15. Today I sold a whole skincare set, minus, whatever skincare set that was. Whereas on the front, you build up towards your goal. So that's a great way to be tracking your sales. Another thing for just time management are these things called daily action sheets. And what I love about these daily action sheets, and again, all of this is in your email. So if you can't see it well here, pull up your email because it's in there. And if you don't get the email, let me know and I'll get them sent to you. But your daily action sheet really spells things out concretely in working your business full circle. So here on the side, it's got, time and date. And it's got starting at 7 o'clock in the morning, all the way down to 9 o'clock at night. Okay, so you'll put in there what your day is going to look like to where you can, fill in any kind of Mary Kay stuff you can put through. Now, you'll hear me talk about 6 most important lists a lot over the next 13 weeks. And the 6th most important list is a Mary Kay-ism that she came up with forever ago to keep yourself on track. And it's what 6 things that I have to get done in my business today to make me successful. Okay, so there's the 6 most important lists for your personal time, and then there's the 6 most important lists for your Mary Kate stuff. So this is a copy of mine for today, this morning. Okay, this is a few things that I was supposed to do today, and the highlighted ones are the things that got done, and I got to highlight a couple more things. But it really helps you set out to be productive for the day. And what I highly, highly recommend is filling this out the night before. So tonight, fill one of these out for tomorrow, to where you wake up knowing this is what's going to happen, both in my Mary Kay life and my normal family life. Okay, and the rest of the sheet, what's really cool about them is that it has, suggestions of what you might want to do. You can call 5 customers. You can call prospective appointments. You can call personal team members, call prospective team members, things like that, and errands for the day and a few other things. But what's neat about this is that just like we said with tracking your sales, and you're tracking what you're doing day to day, and 2 weeks down the line comes and you're looking for one more woman to facial, and you remember that one woman. Oh, what was her name? What was her number? I forgot her name and number. Where is her referral contact? Oh my gosh, she said to call her back 1 week later because she was busy or couldn't have time or whatever was going on, and you forget. If you have one of these for every day, you just flip back to that day and, oh, that's who I called on such and such day. And she, for me, I would have written a little note saying, such and such answered, got to call her back in a week. And then do it next week. Okay, so it just really helps get everything out of your mind and onto paper. Can you see where I'm trying to go with my consistency word? Because I am the queen of saying things. Not that I'm not trustworthy or, with the program, but little details like that, I don't remember them. And that can be detrimental to your business. I don't want that to be detrimental to my business anymore. Okay, so those are just some fun tracking sheets. Now, the last thing that you can use for tracking, and that I would say use for tracking, is a new and improved promotion. And this we're going to do every month. So this is the first month that we're doing this. And it was kind of adapted by one of our sales directors, our Pink Cadillac sales directors in our unit, or in our future national area. Her name is Gloria Pereira. She's super sweet. Our national, Kate DeBlander, has us as directors, because we need to track stuff too, has a version of this, what I'm about to show you, for us. And we're supposed to be turning these in every month as directors, for our own benefit, for her benefit, for everyone's benefit. Okay, so what I love that Lori did was she kind of altered it to make it a consultant way. Okay, it's not the director way, because directors do a lot more, but at the consultant level, this is what you should be doing. Okay, and there's 3 options. So here's what the flyer looks like, and you've got this in your email too. It's called The Women of Wonder Raises the Bar. Okay, and up at the top, it's got, you put your name, your month, your email, and then you're going to email this to me or screenshot this to me at the end of every month so I can see what's going on. And that's how you'll earn your prizes. Because check this out, you get to choose what prizes you win. You could either be gold circle, diamond circle, or inner circle. Okay, and so the gold circle, you choose to do 3 of the 4 items in that box. You could either do $300 in personal wholesale production. You can do 10 faces, so facial 10 faces. You can get 1 personal new team member, a qualified team member, or 2 personal team members, or have 5 shares. Okay, so there's a few things out of there that you could do. And you pick and choose. If you think that sharing and building your team is more important, by all means, do those too. If you love the sales part of it and love seeing the faces, do that part. But you need to do 3 out of the 4 to be gold circle. Does that make sense? And what's neat is that you track all of that right here on the sheet. Your faces and your shares. So it's all right there for you. The second one is the diamond circle. So they get a little bit harder and the prizes get a little bit better, right? The diamond circle is 600 personal wholesale, 20 faces, one new personal qualified team member or 2 new personal team members, or 10 shares. Okay, so it's just upping the game a little bit more. And if you really want stuff, you really want your business to thrive, you'll up it a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more over time. Okay. And then last but not least is your inner circle level. And this is kind of based on how nationals get rated. Okay, the gold, diamond, and inner, you'll learn a lot more about that as time goes by. But the inner circle people, if you have inner circle in front of your name, woo, you're fantastic. Okay, so inner circle, you'll do 900 personal wholesale, 30 faces, 1 new personal qualified team member or 2 team members, and 15 shares. Okay, so it goes up, but you don't have to do that one. If you want to shoot for gold, shoot for gold. For the longest time, I say this from experience because this is the same 3 criteria that Kate, our national, was grading us on, and I could never get out of that dang gold circle spot. Okay, and the different requirements that were for our gold circle. And when I finally made it to diamond circle, I just kissed the floor because I was like, yes, I finally made it. And based on her requirements, I've never made inner circle, which is kind of sad. But it's okay. I'm working towards it. So this is the simplified consultant version that I think you guys will really, really like. And if you haven't seen yet, I've already picked the prizes for this month. And it's all based on gold, diamond, and inner circle. And it's going to be simple. Really, really simple. So that's how it'll be for the next few months. And we'll give it a test run and see kind of how this works in our unit. I know it works really well in Lori's unit. And she's given us a few testimonials about what it does. And it's just phenomenal. And just to see that tracking is amazing. Because a tracked number grows, y'all. Oh, I cannot specify enough how much a tracked number grows. Goes back to that goal setting, right? Achievable, measurable, time-based. So these are time-based to every single month. And then within the next couple days of the following month, send me a screenshot or an email of a scan of this or whatever you want to do to send me what you've done, and that's how you'll earn your prizes. So there's the January promotions. Be a woman of wonder and raise the bar. Okay, raise the bar on your business, on your life, on just everything. Okay. And then the last thing I'll talk to you about for like 3 minutes, and then we'll be done, is this really cool new idea that will, I hope, boost your sales. Okay. Have y'all ever heard of a gal? She was $1 million sales director, and she's almost about to become a national. Her name is Melissa Hennings. She's pretty much a genius. And she just recently moved to a different state. She was living here in the Texas area. She was about, I want to say maybe 20 minutes away from me. And now she lives in Colorado. I think Denver to be exact, but somewhere in Colorado. And she didn't know anybody when she moved out there. And y'all, she's a consultant too, even though she was $1 million sales director and almost a national. Her first job is to be a consultant, right? And so, she wanted to sell, she wanted to recruit, she wanted to build her team out in Colorado, but just kind of didn't know where to start. And so she created what's called a time-wise skincare specialist. Okay, I'm going to give you a few details, just a few, because she explains it so much better. So get a pen out and write this down. Let me see, where is her? Here it is. Okay, so her website is www.melissahennings, that's Melissa, Hennings, HENNINGS.com. melissahennings.com. And you'll get to her main page, and you'll go to education, and then you'll scroll down to Timewise Brand Specialist. Okay, Hold on, where's my screen? There I am. Okay. You'll scroll down to Time-Wise Skincare Specialist. And what's so neat about this is that she's got about a 35-minute video that you can watch that explains what this is all about. So here's the gist. It's a 15 to 20-minute skincare appointment. Who can get excited about an appointment that only takes 15 minutes? Me, I am raising my hand high, because sometimes our, our schedules are busy, but more often than not, it's the people we're trying to book that schedules are busy, okay? And oh, I just don't have an hour and a half to sit down for a full facial and makeover and whatnot. So the Time-Wise Brand Specialist gives you an out, or an out for them to be able to do it in about 10, 15, 20 minutes. What happens is you're gonna, go on her website, go to melissahennings.com, education, Time-Wise Brand Specialist, and some of y'all have heard me talk about this before, but some either missed the memo or are brand spanking new and have never heard of it. This is not meant to replace the party aspect of Mary Kay and the one-on-one facial of Mary Kay. It's not meant to replace it. It's supposed to be an additive. So think in your head, who's crazy busy that has been saying, yes, call me for a facial. Sorry, I don't have time. But keep calling me, because I do have a few of those people in my circle of friends and referrals that do want the pampering time, just can't find the time. A 15-minute lunch appointment where you go to their office building or you meet them for coffee or whatever, in 15 minutes, you can get this appointment done, okay? So what's neat about it is that she's got all that you need. The pictures, the scripts, the booking scripts, the referral script, everything is on there word for word. You don't have to make anything up, but you do have to go look at it in order to know what you're doing. And so I have 2 of these scheduled, one on Friday and one on Saturday. And I'm excited about them because what happens is usually they buy a lot in those 15 minutes. I won't spoil the surprise. You'll just have to go look at the video. But she does have y'all print out a few different items. Please print them out because you will use them in the appointment. If you mess up, or I don't want to say mess up, but if you try to alter the method, it may not come out the same way. I haven't altered it, and I've had some good results from it. And I'm excited to see what more results I get out of it. But if you alter it, then I don't know how to help you in terms of, where did I go wrong? Because you won't know what you said word for word. So really look into that Time-Wise Brand Specialist and see what you can do with that. So to recap, because, oh my gosh, we're going into 45 minutes here. To recap everything. This was week 1 of our 13 weeks of training of 2000 Sweet 16 kickoff. And I'm so excited that you're on this journey with us. And I want to see you, strengthen yourself in your business, in your confidence. I mean, we do Pink Life together, right? This isn't just Mary Kay. I do want to know what's going on and how I can help and how I can help make your business successful for the reasons that you started, whether it was just to make a couple extra $100 a month for mad money, or to pay a mortgage, or to put your little girl in dance classes, or whatever it may be. I want to make sure that you are reaching that. And I do. I am so heart invested in what your goals and dreams are, and I want to hear about them. So don't forget to fill out, let's see, where did I put it? Recap. Don't forget to fill out your Creating 2016 and send me a snapshot of it. I'd love to see it. Along with your word of the year. Mine was consistency, and I want to be consistent in what's going on in our unit, in my life, in my business, in everything. And rules of the webinar. Watch 12 to 13 and you'll get something pretty stinking amazing. It's amazing. Plus, if you do all 13, there is no way you will not be on your way to possibly earning a car or becoming a director or what have you, you're going to be going far real quick. The tracking sheets, don't forget about those, the ones for sales. Let's see, where did I put mine? I'm moving stuff. You got your daily action sheet. Here it is. Your sales goal sheet with the thermometer on it, and your Women of Wonder raising the bar. And this will look familiar. We're going to use this every month. And really, you should use this one every month too. So when you go to make copies of these, make 12 of everything so that you're already set for the year. And check out that TimeWise specialist, TimeWise brand specialist on melissahennings.com. So I am going to be up for about the next 35 minutes. I'll be up longer than that, but for the next about 30 to 45 minutes, y'all can text me any questions about this webinar. And if you're not watching live, please just text me when you do watch it, because I want to know what's going on. And if you have any questions, I'd love to answer them. I want to hear your goals. And then we will meet back here in front of the computer next Monday for week 2. So hope you'll have a great, blessed night and the rest of your Mary Kay week. And I can't wait to see what happens. I love you guys, and here's to making 2000 Sweet 16 amazing for the Joyful Journey Unit. Love y'all. Bye.